Italians did as much damage as they could to the main roads in Eritrea when our troops were advancing on Asmara, the capital. But Indian sappers did excellent repair work in very quick time, thus making possible the triumphant sequel to the fall of Keren. Then came an emissary from Italian headquarters wishing to make arrangements for the discussion of terms. He warned us that many Askaris didn't know about the truce and might attack. Our armored vehicles, however, dealt with this. Next, more emissaries, quite a bunch of them, including the chief of police and the Bishop of Asmara, arriving at the rendezvous. A British brigadier conducted the conference inside a bus, being, I suppose, the next best thing to a railway carriage. Everything having been arranged to the brigadier's entire satisfaction, the whole party drove off to the capital. It's amazing the way news travels, isn't it? It was all quiet on arrival in Asmara, where later the scene is laid in the attractive setting of Government House. General Platt, commanding our forces, is seen greeting some of his own officers and presently the Italian chiefs. The occupation of Asmara by our troops had been, of course, a well-earned reward for weeks of hard campaigning in difficult country. At a place called Adi Ugri, some British prisoners had been held in captivity. They'd spent most of their time making an escape tunnel, and they'd nearly finished the job when they were released. It now remained to take Massawa, and once again the enemy was up to their road-smashing tricks. But our men were so close on their heels that the Italians were captured and put to work repairing the damage they'd done. Before the fall of the Red Sea port, we tried to get the enemy to surrender. Here's their emissary being led blindfold to a conference. However, he wouldn't agree to our terms, so the fight continued. Indian troops were given a good idea of the lie of the land from a demonstration in the sand. And in spite of Italian resistance, the battle for Massawa was quickly won. Camera angles at this stage included an Italian star shell picked up by Indians, and of course more and more prisoners. It's cooler under the bridge. Your newsreel cameraman, by the way, was first into Massawa, arriving in with a couple of officers ahead of our troops, being under the impression that someone had already occupied the place. Everything that could be destroyed or damaged in the port had been dealt with. Tanks, for instance, and ammunition, vehicles and ships. Pretty well all the ships, Italian and German. The bashful gentleman who doesn't want his picture taken is Admiral Benotti, who commanded the port. So much for Eritrea. Then the Duke of Aosta surrenders in Abyssinia.